Well, it's a story that we've been covering from the very beginning, the brutal beating and abduction of a 64-year-old Marlborough woman.
Today, one of the suspects appeared in court, and we got our very first look at the arrest warrant that details what happened. Fox 61's Matt Karen joining us live with a breakdown of the new information live from Marlborough. Matt.
Well, guys, this 16-page arrest warrant certainly does have a lot of disturbing details in it. We dug into it, and we also discovered that the suspect, Kenneth Gordon, allegedly fled to Florida following the crime before he was eventually arrested outside of a Dollar General. It's our second look at 20-year-old Kenneth Gordon.
That'll be fine, thank you.
And our first look at his 16-page arrest warrant related to the brutal beating and abduction of a 64-year-old woman at the Marlborough Big Y in September.
For it to be a big, huge open parking lot and to have, I mean, there's just so many senior citizens that shop here too, I know. And just for women's perspective, it's very scary. You never know when something bad can happen.
In court, Gordon pled not guilty. He elected a jury trial. The warrant, which was sealed for 14 days, reveals how one of the suspects told the victim they committed the crime, quote, because you're white. But no hate crime charges have been filed.
The state's attorney's office and the detectives that work these cases, and it's not just this case, collaborate on the most appropriate charges that fit the facts and circumstances related to each individual case.
Gordon's sister, Rosa, showed up to support him in court. She wasn't interested in talking to us.
I'm not going to repeat myself.
No, that's fine. We're just trying to be fair to him.
But she did say this.
Guilty.
It's guilty.
Gordon is charged alongside a 16-year-old juvenile, but family friend of the victim, Mark Merritt, says the case goes beyond what we know.
There is more people involved in that. I do know that. So I can't say a lot about that.
An arrest does not necessarily mean the closure of an investigation.
The arrest warrant goes on to detail how police found searches on Gordon's cell phone for Connecticut abduction sentencing guidelines, and that a DNA swab of a drink container was used to connect him to the crime. The victim in the case was beaten badly, forced to withdraw money from an ATM machine, and thrown from the vehicle, which was later set on fire. All right, so next up for Gordon is going to be a pretrial hearing that's scheduled for May, set to be virtual. Meanwhile, here in Marlborough, well, the community continues to be very vigilant about safety and rally around that victim and her family. We're live in Marlborough. Matt Karen, Fox 61 News.